Claudia probably sat on that floor crying for 20 minutes. It took a lot for us to get her to stop crying. We had to get past her mother, so we waited until we heard the music stop in the kitchen. We knew that meant she went back to her room from cooking. We only needed maybe a minute to get Claudia up the stairs. Come on, Claude. We gotta get you to your room, I say. She starts to get up and the tears were just flowing. Thankfully, we got to her room without being noticed by her mother or JJ. I feel so nervous for Claudia right now. I cannot imagine or want to imagine what she is feeling. What if Evan pressures her to keep it? A mom as soon as she turns 16? I mean, life can still be okay for her. My mother had me at 14 and her mother was 17 when she was born. They're both nurses making good money. It definitely doesn't seem easy. Claudia lays in her bed still crying on and off. Mostly on. Don't even know how her body is still producing tears at this point. The room was mostly quiet. Kiana and I are watching TV, and when we look over, Claudia cried herself to sleep. I whisper, "Let's walk to the store." Kiana nods. We get up and leave the room as quiet as possible. We get outside. Thankfully, her mother was in her room and didn't see or hear us leave. Yo, this shit is crazy, Kiana says as we stroll down the block. Crazy isn't even the word. What the fuck is she gonna do? I think she's gonna want to keep it. Probably. But what is Evan gonna say or do? Hopefully her mother don't try to get him locked up. We get to the store, grab some chips and soda. I pick up some of Claudia's favorite cookies, and Kiana grabs her favorite soda. As I go to the counter, a girl is blocking the way. I can't see who it is as her back is to me. Excuse me, I say. Sorry, she says and turns to move out the way. We make eye contact. It's Brittany. Oh, Summer, I just walked by. I told her mother the beef was over and I was going to keep my word as long as they did. She looked really nervous to see me, and I see her walking toward me out the corner of my eye. Summer? I turn in acknowledgement. Are we good? I don't understand the question. I reply. We jumped you. We are sorry. We wasn't thinking clearly, and you got us jump back. Are we even? I'm gonna tell you the same shit I told your mother. I didn't have y'all jump. My tone is snappy and annoyed. She sighs like she seems defeated. I also told your mother, whatever the beef was between us was dead as long as y'all leave me alone. I continue speaking. Fair enough, she says. I nod. She pays for her items and leaves, and then we do the same. We start walking back to the block. You think she means what she says? Kiana questions. Probably. She involved her mother. That's true. Kiana nods. Tattletale ass bitch, I blurt out. We start laughing. As we get back to the block, we see all the guys leaving Tavio's house going into Evan's car in the black Suburban that we saw before. Tavio sees us without Claudia and looks confused but doesn't say anything. He gives me a hug and a kiss, then they continue on. Before we walk off, I see the back window rolled down in the Suburban. Champion pretends to throw something out the window, but he doesn't look at me or say anything. I half smirk and shake my head. We start walking again back to Claudia's. Bitch, Champion is so fine, Kiana says. Yeah, I know. We start chuckling. We get back to the house and we both go upstairs to check on Claudia. She was up, but just lying in her bed, kind of spaced out. I sit on the bed near the middle of her body and put my hands in her hair. I gently start stroking her hair. Are you okay? She waits a bit before she says, I don't know right now. Do you want us to do anything or go home? No, please don't leave me alone unless y'all have to go home. I'm gonna go to Evan's tonight if he calls like normal and tell him. Figure out a plan. Okay. I just need to act normal before I spill out to my mother. Yeah, let's not do that, Kiana says. We spent the rest of the day in her room. Her mom didn't notice a thing so far. When she left for work, we go outside and sit on the stoop. We were outside for maybe 20 minutes, enjoying the summer night air, and Evan's car pulled up and the black Suburban was right behind it. Saint, Sinner, and Justin get out of the Suburban. They look in our direction before going across the street to their own house. What's good, y'all? Sinner says. Hey, Kiana and I say in unison. Claudia says nothing. We all start to laugh about the unison thing except Claudia. Even Sinner shook his head laughing. She was there, but kind of spacey, just mostly staring and drifting off. She probably has so many possibilities running through her mind at the moment, trying to think of every alternative. I know I would. Trying to imagine life with the baby, what I could go on to do, and if I chose not to keep it. I always said I didn't want to have an abortion, so I would try to keep myself out of those situations. Not saying she did it purposely, and I wouldn't judge her or love her any less if she had an abortion. Just from my life, I am not sure if I would want one. My mom had me so young and went on to be successful. I know there would be struggles, and the likelihood of even still being with the dad would be slim having a baby so young. But I probably would want to keep my baby. Tavior, Davion, and Evan get out of the car and go into Evan's house and come back within minutes. Same with Saint and Sinner. Tavior gets in the Suburban for a few minutes and the rest of the guys just kind of stand outside. What's wrong, Claude? Davion asks. A few seconds went by and she doesn't reply. I nudge her leg. Huh? What's wrong? You look like someone stole your dog. Oh, nothing. She gets up and walks into the house. Now, they're all looking at Kiana and me for the answers. I shrug, and Kiana looks at her nails, pretending to pull the cuticles. Evan gives me a confused look, and I try to look away. Thankfully, Tavior gets out of the car and it changes their attention when they hear the car door open again. Tavior blows me a kiss and they all talk amongst each other quietly for a bit. Then they go their separate ways for the most part. Y'all coming by? Tavior inquires. Kiana and I look like a deer in headlights. I mean, for us, sure. But I don't know what Claudia wants to do. Summer? Yeah, we'll come by. Now he looks confused. Evan still looks confused. Clearly, Kiana and I are not doing a good job of being normal. What time? Evan chimes in. Probably in a few. We just need to talk to Claudia, Kiana says. Yeah, I say. We both get up at the same time and go into the house. You think we were obvious? Kiana asks, sounding genuine with her question. I start laughing. Bitch, we might as well have told him. They clearly know something is up. Now she starts laughing. I mean, we tried. We didn't have a plan. We go upstairs to Claudia's room. She's just lying across her bed. They asked for us to come over, Kiana says. Okay. She sits up. How do you think he will react? There's a thick silence in the room for about 15 seconds. Truthfully, I'd rather not be sitting here wondering how he's going to react. I'd rather be excited that I'm going to go lay next to him for a couple of hours than come home and dream about this day when I'm not 15 and the man I love could go to jail. I want to be happy together with Evan. I don't want to wonder if he wants me to abort the baby. I sit next to her and lay my head on her shoulder. We sit quiet for a few seconds. Welp, let's go, best friends, she says. I lift my head off her shoulder and I wait for her to stand up before I get ready to go. I don't want her to think I'm rushing her. She puts her shoes on and we all follow her from the room, down the stairs and out the side door. The walk to Evan's was hardly long. It took maybe 2 minutes from Claudia's room to his basement, but it seemed like the longest walk ever. And the walk wasn't even for me. I was concerned for my friend. I don't want her world to be in shambles. Evan left the side door open for us and we walk into the basement. Justin is back on the video game, losing to Tavior.